I really want to see Asmongold react to Blizzard hiring someone with racist remarks. This is 1,000 updates. Post is locked. You won't be able to comment. Oh, white man, are you sad? Who is this? Does this person work for Blizzard? Yeah, do they... Let's see. Wonder why she was hired. Oh, wait. So her husband works at Blizzard. And okay. Okay. Where's the problem, Whiteman? Yeah, I think if you continuously categorize people by their race in a negative way, that's bad. Like, is there any fucking question besides that? Like, here, this is the test whether something is racism. If someone said, "Dear black man," and then they said what she said, would she still have an account? I would say probably fucking not. That means that it's racism. It's pretty fucking simple. This is obviously ridiculous. Now, I'm not really a big fan of, you know, like the cancel culture stuff or anything like this, but yeah, I think this is over the line. Yeah, it's clearly over the fucking line. If she said "Dear Jews," she'd get assassinated. She wouldn't get assassinated. She'd just get kicked off the platform. Like she should. Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. Reverse racism doesn't exist. It's not reverse racism. It's just you can be racist to anybody. Like, yeah, obviously you can. Like, duh. I'm sorry to say, like, this is really bad. But she's white? I don't... Listen, do you really think that I am interested in getting into her, like, her mental, like, what she's thinking? I don't give a shit. But no, this is really bad. Like, I don't really know, like... I don't know, like, these are public comments this person's made. And it's, like, over the course of, like, what, 3 years? Yeah, it's, like, 3 or 4 years. It's, like, I would say, like, 1 or 2 things like this is, like, not really a big deal. But, like, doing this constantly over a number of years, it's just objectively bad. Yeah. If I was Blizzard, let me say this. If I was Blizzard, I would not associate with a person like this. I think that it's completely shameful to do that. I think that it's something that... If you're a white guy, how does having a person writing the content for your game who actively resents you make you want to play the game? I'm sorry, but this is just ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, this is absolutely fucking ridiculous. But she supported WTF in the book. It's not about what she wrote in the book. Like, yeah, sure. You read a person's tweet before playing a game? Well, no, but like, don't you think that it's like alienating if you know that the people that are making content for you actively dislike you based off of like an immutable characteristic? Like, I don't know. I think that's really bad. Like, yeah, I mean, that would absolutely alienate me. Of course. Like, I don't know. I would not support this at all. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I think Blizzard should not hire this person because they're making racist remarks. Like, it's literally, there's like not even a question about it. It's actually shameful that they let that happen. It's completely shameful they let that happen. Yeah, I'm sorry to say, but it's insane. Probably pass. No, I don't want to, like, here's the thing, guys, like, we don't need to get into like personal insults or anything like that. Like, I don't know what she does in her personal life. I have no problem with that. Like, but what she's saying here is clearly indefensible. This is clearly indefensible. And the thing is, like, I would say more about it and I would like make a bigger point about it. But I feel like if I do that, like, I don't want people to harass her. I just want Blizzard to know it's an issue. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know how to do that in like the most effective way. Why? Why not? It was a long time ago? No, it was like fucking, it's like multiple times over like the past like 3 years. That's about it. Do you think they care about their name? Look at Classic, it's a shit show? I think they do. Yeah, I think they definitely do. You don't know what she's replying to? Well, what do you mean? Like, she's not replying to anything. These are tweets. They're not, like, some of these are responses. But a lot of these are just tweets that she's made. She's not replying to anything. Like, there's literally no excuse for this. Like, yeah, why would I want Blizzard to hire somebody like that? Oh, that's terrible. If this is the same as racism against black, what structural racism does white man face? What do you mean? What is this aboutism? What the fuck do you mean? She's doing something bad. It's bad objectively. You don't need to look at it in the context of something else and say, well, because this other bad thing happened, then it's okay for her to do this bad thing. She's calling for hatred? Yeah, I don't like this at all. Context is relevant here? Well, no, there's no context there. If you go and you're posting these things publicly, and you're a public person because she's a verified account, and you're producing content like this, you should expect to have people respond back to your content. Like, I can disagree with what somebody's saying without harassing them. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't like this at all. I don't think Blizzard should have anything to do with her. Matt, literally trying to get her canceled? Yeah. Yeah, I am. Because she's racist. Like, she's actually saying racist things. Like, there's no guesswork involved. Obviously, I am. Yes, if a person is going out of their way to say negative things and derogatory things towards a race, yeah, I don't think that they should be in a creative position for a company. No. Like, absolutely. Like, I'm very, very open to a lot of things, but this is over the line. It is. I can't imagine anybody who would think otherwise. She has an NPC in game? Yeah, whatever. That doesn't matter to me. Like, I don't care about somebody having an NPC, okay? But you just said you don't support cancel culture. You want to cancel her? Well, yes, obviously I don't support cancel culture, but there are times where I think that it's necessary. Like, what do you mean? Like, so let me give you an example. So if one of the Blizzard developers went on, like, Twitter, or they went on Instagram or something like that, and they made a video how black people are stupid, do you think that I would say that Blizzard shouldn't fire them? Of course not. Of course Blizzard should fire them. Cancel culture is not that. Like, every single time that you don't want somebody removed from a position because they're misusing their position, and they're using their position to promote hatred, then yes. Sometimes it is cancel culture, and sometimes it's what I think is fair. Yeah, this is crazy. Not cancel culture when you're breaking the law? Well, nobody's breaking the law, right? I mean, this is not breaking the law. That's literally cancel culture? Well, yeah. I mean, what I mean is that, like, I think that there is a point where people should get canceled for things that they say. Like, I've never said that there should never be a point where somebody can get canceled. I've never said that. I just think that sometimes that people get canceled for stupid stuff and people get deplatformed for stupid stuff. But I don't think this is stupid. Yeah, this is, I'm sorry, like, it's absolutely indefensible. Said 8 bad things in a tweet. It's still canceling her? 8 bad things? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. 8 bad things. Yeah, the question is, who decides to get canceled? Well, the people that are in charge of making the decisions. Like, what do you mean? Like, I don't understand. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, want anything of zero consequence? Yeah, this is really, really bad. Like, absolutely, I think they should not work with her. Absolutely. Like, I might even message somebody at Blizzard about this because, like, I think this is completely ridiculous. Like, it's like one tweet is like whatever, right? This is like a consistent amount of tweets, like over 3 years, 4 years. This is completely over the fucking line. It's 100% over the fucking line. Yeah, I don't think this is acceptable at all. If somebody was saying this about black people, they would have been gone and immediately out of their job immediately. She just thinks this is an acceptable group of people that it's okay for her to be racist against. It's not. It's ridiculous. I'm not okay with this at all. Why do people keep politics, social commentary out of video games made for children? Because they want to use video games and these different types of social tools to push their agenda. That's why. If you don't think you weaponize your audience, you're delusional? Well, yeah, I don't want her to work at the company. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I to an extent, I am. Absolutely. This is a racist person who works at a company who's using their position and their platform to espouse racist views. Absolutely. 100%. Like 100 fucking percent. Yeah, and sexist. To an extent. Madeleine Roux replied, called you a chud for calling her out. Imagine unironically using the word chud. Well, here's the thing, right? Is like that whole situation does really annoy me. And it also really bothers me that I see a lot of people in the community defending it. I think it should just be, it's completely indefensible. To categorize people by a race and then make degrading comments and negative comments towards that group of people is just, it's not acceptable. It's just not. It's not like, there's not like a whole lot of fucking context behind this. There's not anything like that. There's not anything more that needs to be said. It speaks for itself. A chud is basically like a gamer bro dumb guy. That's pretty much what a chud is. A dumb guy with stupid political opinions. Like that's all there is to it. I think that I think a lot of people would agree with that. I think even a lot of the leftist people would agree with that. Like most people, I think almost everybody would agree with it. This is a bad thing to do. Yeah, I would honestly assume that if you were to take don't blame this shit on Hassan or whatever. Like, no, I think a lot of his community would probably agree with me. You shouldn't have somebody going out there making degrading comments and categorizing people by a race and then saying bad shit about them. Like, no, that's not what they would support either. The only people that are supporting that are just like these fucking jaded, unhappy fucking morons. Like, yeah, Blizzard should fucking shut that down. Like, in my opinion, right? If you have a person who is making degrading and negative comments towards groups of people and categorizing them by their race, it doesn't matter. So like people are like, oh, well, it's not racism. Even if you think that it's not racism, it's still bad. Like it's still bad. Like you still should not do that. So like even if you give them everything that they want, you play by their rules, you still arrive at the same conclusion. Blizzard should shut that shit down immediately. Employing somebody who says that. That's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Oh, and now he mentions she's categorized people by sex too. Well, the thing is, like, for example, I think that's bad, but it's like, for example, I don't think it's as bad as race. I really don't. I don't think it's as bad as race. Because like men and women do have a different role in society. There are a lot of differences between men and women. And so I don't really think it's the same thing. And also it could be just like a fucking, because like she had bad experiences with like men in the past or whatever. Like I think that's more okay. And I think this is like what I'm like comparing like fucking second degree to third degree murder here, okay? They're both fucking murder. They're both not good. But one of them is just simply not quite as bad as the other, okay? So I'm not trying to make this like a fucking acceptable thing. It's just a matter of degree. That's all I'm really saying here. It's just completely fucking ridiculous. Let's see. Here we go again. Somebody's getting offended. I don't think anybody's getting offended. Yeah, confidence seems aimed at the typical Trump voter when he won in 2016. Well, that's fine, right? It doesn't really matter who they're aimed at, okay? Like, whenever you say, well, it's not even, you can't say it, they seem like what they're aimed at. She literally said who they're aimed at. So I would take the comment at face value. Why are we still talking about this? Well, here's why. Because this is a clear instance of injustice and prejudice that's being promoted, not only promoted and protected. That's why. I don't like any prejudice. I don't like any injustice. I don't like anybody saying that about anyone. And I am consistent with that every single fucking time. It doesn't matter if somebody says that about black people, white people, men, women, anything like that. And I'm not talking about a joke, okay? Like, I think jokes are fine. But there's a time and place where jokes are probably a little bit too much too, if you're making them all the time, right? It's like if all you do is make jokes about how women are stupid, there's probably a reason for that. I'm not talking about an offhanded joke. Okay, this is a consistent pattern of behavior that is reinforced through years of evidence. I'm not talking about the one time somebody said the N-word in 2011. I don't give a shit about that. This is a current behavior, and also, it's still the same. It's ridiculous, man. Yeah, that's why I dislike it. Is because it's a clear example of double standards, Squad W. It's a clear example of prejudice. It's a clear example of, in my opinion, racism. It's a clear example of discrimination. It's a clear example of bigotry. It's a clear example of sexism. And these things are being protected by people that have some sort of like, oh, there it is. Some sort of like, you know, like overarching political agenda that seem to rationalize this behavior. No, I think that it's absolutely indefensible. It's completely unacceptable at all. I think that she should be held accountable. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah, I think this person should apologize for their comments and not make them. I think they should not say these kinds of things. Yeah, this is crazy. Written by a white dude. Shocking. Like, this is like invalidating what people are saying based off of their race, categorizing people based off of their race, and then saying negative things about them. This is really bad. Like, this isn't like, you know, somebody makes a stupid comment or something like that. This is really bad. Context is important. You don't even know if it's not fake. It's not fake. Context, there's no context about this at all. These are tweets that are made objectively. Like, white people must be stopped? Like, what's the context about that would somehow make that an acceptable statement? Like, when would this be an acceptable statement to make? This is crazy.